welcome everyone. My name is Jo Luzzi. This is Yoga Precision. And if you haven't taken class with me before, I teach alignment-based yoga. And what that means is instead of teaching you yoga poses, I teach you skillful actions. And this will empower you to fully take responsibility of your body. I like to think of it like learning how to play a musical instrument, right? You learn how to play the scales. Well, that's what I teach you as we practice. So today we're going to use a block and we're going to use it a lot between the top of the inner thighs. Now, this is one of my favorite ways to use the block, and it does two main things, okay? The first is when we squeeze the block between our thighs, we call this hugging the midline. And what this does is it wakes up the adductor muscles, the inner thigh muscles, which is the first muscles to begin to engage our core muscles, right? Our pelvic floor and the low, deeper abdominal muscles. So that's very important. So it gives us this strong connection to our core as we move. The second is internal rotation, okay? So when you're squeezing the block, you're engaging your adductor muscles, and then you're going to use those muscles to squeeze the block and push the block back, inwardly rotating the top of your thighs. Then when the block and the thighs go back, the last part of that is a broadening. So there's three directions of inward rotation: in, back, and apart. So stand up and just feel this now standing, and then we're going to do it in lots of different ways, okay? So you stand with your feet hip width and parallel. Spread the toes. Engage your feet. Engage your legs and squeeze the block. So you're hugging your midline and you're engaging your core muscles. Now keep that and go in, back, and apart. Visualize it in your mind. In, back, and apart. This action creates space and freedom, and it starts to feel amazing. But at first it might feel weird, like, oh, you want me to stick my butt out like this, okay? Just go with it for today. There's lots more to it, but for today, I just want you to focus on that one action of squeezing in, pushing back, and apart, all right? So let's lay down on the back. Keep your block. Just put the block to the side for a moment. Come on down. Now bend your knees. Place your feet flat and close your eyes. Take a little pause. You can have your hands resting on your legs, your belly, or to the sides, whatever you prefer. And just soften to begin. Just allow any tension to dissolve a little. Clearing your mind. So you're just preparing yourself for your practice. Letting your attention drop down into your body. Feeling all the sensations there. Now, as we move in a moment, see if you can keep the breath soft. See if you can keep your face relaxed, right? Sometimes when we're doing, core work or stronger leg work, sometimes the face tries to take over or tries to help. And then we've noticed we're kind of scrunching our eyes or clenching the jaw. So keep your face, your eyes, and your jaw soft. Now let's take the block back and put it back between the inner thighs again. So your knees are still bent. Your feet are flat on your mat. Now you're going to bring your arms down by your sides. Now we're going to do the same thing, those two main things we're focusing on today. So we're squeezing the block first to feel the core engagement. Then internal rotation, in, back and apart. And as you do that, you're going to tilt the pelvis forward and arch your back. So there's a big space underneath the lower back. And if you're not sure, you can just take a look at me. You can pause the video and just take a look. Then go the other way. So squeeze the block, tuck the tailbone, and push your lower back down into the floor. Good. Now you're going to go back and forth like this the whole time, squeezing the block. Following the breath. Arms are just resting out to the sides here. Palms can be up or down. And I want your inner thigh muscles to start to get tired as you're moving back and forth and really squeezing the block the whole time. Pressing down through your feet. Just moving slowly, no rush at all. Good. Now finish. Just rest, bring your pelvis back to a neutral position. And we're going to bring the arms in a little closer towards the sides of the body. And this time I want you to bend your elbows and point your fingertips up towards the sky like this, pressing the elbows and the back of the shoulders down. Now you're going to squeeze your block again and feel that action of internal rotation. So you're rolling your thighs in, pushing the block down and arching your back. Now, in this space, I want you to push down through your elbows, your shoulders, and your feet, and lift your hips. Lift your hips up. Now, as you lift, squeeze the block and try to push the block down as you're lifting your hips up. Instead of pushing the block way up towards the sky, do the opposite. Press it down and then bring the pelvis back down again. Let's do this a few times. So lift your hips, squeeze the block, push the block down, even though your hips are lifting off the floor. Up and down several times. You're pressing into your shoulders, your elbows, your feet. So essentially what we're doing is we're keeping the action of internal rotation in the thighs, right? Even as we're lifting the hips up. Because often what happens is we do the opposite. We lift the hips and the thighs splay out. But every time we do that, we lose connection to our core. So having the block here is not allowing us to disconnect from the core when we lift up. Squeeze it, press it down. Don't drop that block. Two more. Press it down as you lift your hips. Now on this next one, you're going to stay up and just hold your hips up. Pressing again. Tuck your shoulders a little more underneath. Squeezing the block, pressing it down as you lift your hips. Then release slowly. Good. Take a little pause, move the block to the side. Let the soles of the feet come together, open your knees, relax. Now, if your inner thighs are tired by the end of this practice, I know I've done my job well. This is so important to engaging our core. All right, next one. Put the block back. Now we're going to open the arms out to the side here. And make sure you have enough space. I'm going to move a little bit here. So now as you open your arms out to the side, you're going to still squeeze your block. And you're going to move your hips over to the right side of the mat and lift the legs up to a 90-degree angle. Then you're going to take the legs across to the left, keeping your arms out to a T to the sides, palms are down. As the legs go to the left, you're hovering them. You're not putting them on the floor. You're, of course, squeezing that block like crazy. And you're keeping your head straight up towards the ceiling. Now lift your legs, squeezing the block. Put your feet down and move your hips over to the right. Sorry, to the left. Then lift the legs up, squeeze that block, and take the legs across to the right. Hold yourself there steady. Press down through the hands, both shoulders, hover the legs. Squeeze the block, come on up. Now keep going. Hips to the right. Legs go to the left. Keeping that connection to your core the entire time. Bring the feet down, hips to the left, legs to the right. Keep your breathing smooth. What you're working towards, and of course you don't have to get there immediately, is to work towards stacking that hip all the way on top as you roll your hip legs to the side. Really important that you squeeze the block, especially on the way up, because that is going to allow you to really properly use your core. So as I was saying earlier, if you don't do that and your legs splay out away from each other, you don't have that same kind of core strength. Let's do a couple more each side. Keep your breathing smooth. Okay, let's do one more each way. Remember, your legs can go as far to the side as is safe for you. There's no right amount here. You listen to your body and you just build the strength slowly. Now let's finish here and come on up. Again, take your block away. Close your eyes and just take a little rest. So each time in between what we do, we just take a little pause to feel. You know, when you had the block there for that long, when it's gone, you still feel as if it's there, which is a good thing. So we're using the block to really wake up this part of the body. Now let's roll off to the side. Get your block back between your thighs and come onto your hands and knees. So make sure when you put the block there, it's not by your knees, okay? We want it way, way up at the very top of the thighs. Now, hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists. Toes could be tucked or untucked, whatever you prefer. Now just squeeze the block. Feel your core muscles gently lifting. Hugging the midline. Now you're going to inwardly rotate the thighs. Tilt the pelvis forward and arch your back. Exhale, squeeze the block, tuck the tailbone round the back. Good, do several like this slowly. Just following the breath and feeling how your legs are the driving force of this movement. One more each way slowly. Now, next time you're inwardly rotating your thighs, stay like that. Walk your hands out in front of your shoulders. Now you're squeezing your block, you're pushing your block back. So you've got a big curve, lower back curve there, right? That's your lumbar curve. Now keep that as you lift your knees, pushing the block back and up slowly to come into downward dog. Now with the knees more bent, it's easier to feel. So again, squeeze the block, feel hugging the midline, and then internal rotation, in, back, and apart. Just explore that action here. And what does it feel like? What does that give you? How does it help your pelvis to move, your spine to extend? Now we're going to walk the hands backwards towards the feet. You're squeezing your block still, and your knees are bent as you fold over. So what's so nice about this is it's so simple once you get the actions. So again, now we're in this position. See, I'm not teaching you the pose. I'm teaching you the action. So now you squeeze the midline, you hug your block, and then you inwardly rotate your thighs in, back, and apart. Noticing how that allows you to create a deep hinge from the hips. Feel free to have the knees as bent as you need at first, so the belly is in contact with the legs. Then slowly over time, you'll straighten the legs more. Now lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine forward like a tabletop. Bring the hands to the hips and come up slowly. Okay, good. All right, let's keep the block. Now, the block goes between, oh, well, we already know where the block goes. The block is already between the inner thighs, so we squeeze the block. Two main skillful actions. Hug the midline, internal rotation. Now, because we're standing here, I want you to slightly tuck the tail to feel your core properly engaged, but keep pushing that block back. Now, right arm goes up, big inhale. Lengthen, take a side bend over to the left. Pressing down through both feet, but especially that right foot. You're squeezing your block, you're pressing it back. Just lengthening along that right side. Inhale, come up. Switch, left arm goes up, inhale. Right hand to the hip, shift your hips to the left. Side bend over. Breathing here. Lengthening from the left foot all the way up through to the left fingertips. Good. Come on up. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, right arm goes up. Big stretch. Exhale, side bend to the left. Ground through that right foot. Squeeze the block. Press it back. Inhale up. Last time, inhale, left arm goes up. Big stretch, hips to the left. Squeeze that block, press it back. So all the time, no matter what you're doing, you're always connected to your legs and your core. That's your foundation. Good, come on up. And of course, underneath that, the feet are strong, they're engaged, the arches are lifting. Now, let's have some fun with a little mini standing back bend, okay? Take the block out for a moment. Give your legs a little shake, a little rest. Put the block back. So the block's like your training wheels, right? You train with it and then later you don't need it anymore, okay? So you're squeezing your block. We're going to do just a little tiny mini back bend here, okay? So press the block back like we've been practicing. Then we're going to take a shrug with the shoulders up towards the ears. Roll them back. Bring your thumbs around towards your tailbone. Send your tailbone and your hips forward. but squeeze the block and push the block back. Straighten your legs and push down through your heels and lift your chest up towards the sky. Grounding through the heels, squeezing that block, lifting the heart. Then stand up strong. Arms released by your side. Feel your spine light and buoyant. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, squeeze the block, press it back, fold forward and down. Inhale, lift the chest halfway, lengthen. Good, step into plank pose. So you've got your block, don't drop it now. Little baby steps to plank. Now as you squeeze the block, press it up. Don't let your thighs and your block collapse down. Push it up towards the sky, then lower forward and all the way down. Untuck the toes. Press the toenails into the floor. Rest the forehead down. Hands next to your chest. Shrug your shoulders up and back. Squeeze that block and lift up into a cobra pose. Exhale, lower. Squeezing the block. Press back. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Make sure your feet are parallel. Hug in towards the block. Press it back and apart. Lengthening your spine, your side body. Now we're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Slowly at the back of your mat. And fold. Squeezing the block, pressing it back. So now this becomes your power. Your leverage is teaching you how to properly fold from your hips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Squeeze the block, hands to the hips, come up. Very good, guys. Now, you can repeat that whole cycle if you like, from the beginning to the end. You're going to feel it. It's a lot of work when you're actually working your legs and your core properly. So if you're going to do that, take another round. Otherwise, let's rest and take a couple minutes of relaxation. So come on down onto your back. Just spread the body out on the floor. It's quite amazing how much heat you can build when you properly engage the legs and the core. So it's not what you're doing, but how you're doing it and the quality that you bring in, the quality and the skill. So then our movements become more refined. And we're more aware of how we hold ourselves. Only good can come from that. And ultimately, that brings us more and more into the present moment. So let tension soften. Relax your belly, relax your legs now. Now feel free to stay in your relaxation as long as you have time for. Thank you as always, you guys. I hope that was helpful. Please Send me any questions in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're experiencing this. Any requests, anything you'd like to have more of in your practice, anything you're needing help with, I'm here to help you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.